Hello, in this section we'll be talking about adding fixtures to your ezDMX venue and any advanced settings associated with them. To access the window, simply select Fixtures, Edit from the main window menu. The very first step of getting fixtures into your venue is adding the fixture types. So let's say that in our fixture we have a few dimmer packs and a few Chauvet min spots. So the first step is locating them in your library. I know that they're Chauvet, so I expand the Chauvet manufacturer group and I locate my min spot. It's important to note that when you first find the fixtures, you make sure that you're selecting the right type of fixture. For example, the Chauvet min spot has two different modes. It has a 5-channel mode and a 13-channel mode. Obviously, if you add the wrong one, it will have a severe impact on your show. Things just won't work right. As soon as you select a fixture in the library, you'll see all the different channels appear in the channel list to the right. I recommend to quickly refer to your manual just to make sure that you're selecting the right fixture. Now once you find it, you simply double click on it to add it to your venue, or you press the add button over here to add it. Now what happens if there's a fixture that's not present in our library? This can definitely happen since fixtures are coming out all the time and we can't always update our library to match. To do that, simply hit the new fixture button here and a new fixture is added. And then hit the add channel button to the right over here to add as many channels as this fixture needs. So let's just make up a fixture, and let's say it has 4 channels and it has a pan speed, a tilt, and a tilt speed. So to actually represent this in our fixture, what we want to do is we want to select the first channel, hit this drop down and select the channel type that it is. So our first channel is pan, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And our second channel is pan speed. Now you'll notice that there is no actual channel type pan speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select speed, and then for a custom name I'm just going to go ahead and type pan speed. I'm going to do this for the rest of my fixture. Now once you're done, you're probably going to want to rename it to something that makes sense. New fixture just doesn't convey what this is. To rename it, simply right click on the fixture and hit rename, and then just type in the name that you want. At any point in time afterwards, you can go back and you can change the order of the channels, add more or remove them. And it's very simple. Just select the channel that you want, hit up or down, or you can hit cut to remove it. Now once you have your fixtures set up and correct, the next step is to actually address them into your venue. To address them, select the fixture type that you have and either double click or hit the add button over here. Fixtures are added by their channels, with the first fixture always being added at address number 1. So our first min spot will be added at 1, and then the next one will be added at 14, because the fixture previous to that has 13 channels, and so on and so forth. Now each fixture that you've actually have added, you can have a description for. This might be useful if you have fixtures arranged in a specific pattern and you don't really want to remember which channel is which, and you just want to refer to them as a basic name. So I'm just going to go ahead and rename these as left, middle, and right. Now you notice that when I selected each separate fixture, you had a little dip switch display appear. Now what this is just a representation of the actual address in a dip switch. Your fixture might not have dip switches, it might be digital, but this is a little quick way for you to get the addressing without having to look it up. Now if you want to change the address at a later time, let's say that you wanted something else after your second min spot, and you want to add 3 channels before it, you could just change this number to the new address. It's important to keep in mind that you really should not have fixtures overlap because problems will arise. So if by accident you change something and fixtures overlap, let's say I changed our first one to 2, a little error logo will appear in the top right and you'll see which fixtures are conflicting. Now, sometimes if you add a fixture that you created yourself, you really don't want to repeat that process if you have the same one in another venue. So what we've added is a way to export the channel, or the fixture, I'm sorry. To do that, you simply right-click on it and you hit export to file. Then you place this file in, I recommend, the My Documents directory. And then in a later time, in a different venue, you can right-click and import it back into your venue from that same file. Now that you know how to take care of the fixtures in your library and in your venue, let's talk about the advanced options that we have. Currently, the only advanced option that's available is to reverse each individual channel. So, for example, if I want to reverse the pan on my min spot, because I have them all mounted upside down, I really don't want to have to go into my scene and manually, bring every single pan slider all the way up just to have it work the right way. The easiest way to reverse it is to simply select the venue fixture from the right, from the venue option, and just check the reversing under the channel that you want. And then once you go into your actual fixtures, you'll see that that channel is reversed for those fixtures. But let's say that you have one out of all of them that you don't want to have reversed. And to actually do that, you just simply select it from your actual fixtures and uncheck the channel that you want to have reversed. And then you'll see that the first one is reversed, so the second one is not, and the third one is. Now, it's important to know that if you check or uncheck anything in the venue type listing, it is applied for all the fixtures, and it will override any of the values that you have in any of the fixtures. But if afterwards you go to your actual fixtures and you do the change here, it will only happen for the fixture that you have selected. This concludes this tutorial.